What is up? And I am Randy, and welcome to my Prank Kids deck profile. Now, I bought into the hype for Prank Kids, and in my opinion, they lived up to the hype because I took this deck to locals, and there was a lot of good tough matches. But in the end, I took locals that night with Prank Kids, and that's just amazing. I know they won YCS Milan, and I thought maybe they're just maybe one off, no one prepared for it. But Prank Kids do really bring a lot to the table, and they're very, very what's the word? They're very, very adjustable to different styles of the deck, like an Invoke versions of Prank Kids are a really good strategy, or a Thunder Dragons variant. This is a Thunder Dragon variant with Prank Kids with a splash of a small invoked engine, it's nothing. It's only a way to bring out Macabre pretty much. But enough talking, let's just get right into the deck profile. Of course, because it is a Prank Kids deck, we are rocking, of course, 3 of each Prank Kids. Now, if you're not familiar with Prank Kids, I'll take you through each Prank Kids. Prank Kids Roxy, it's the new one that we got from the Soul Fusion Special Edition. It's nuts. It's crazy. When this card is sent to the graveyard as a result of a fusion or link summon of a Prank Kids, you can banish 1 card from your hand, and if you do, you can draw a card, and then you can special summon a Prank Kids monster. So basically, every time a Prank Kids is used for a fusion or a link, they have a way to either plus off on them, do damage, and will always bring another Prank Kids out. So Prank Kids Roxy is a great card. I mean, they're all hard ones for turns, of course, because if they weren't, it'd be busted. But then we got Prank Kids Lamp. Crazy nuts of a card. I mean, this card, when it is sent to the fusion, you can say burn your opponent, say for 500, and then you can special summon a Prank Kids monster from your deck or hand. Well, yeah, deck or hand, yeah. So each one of these have that special summoning effect, that reoccurrence. Then drop C's, you gain 1,000 light points, and then you can special summon a Prank Kids monster. So it has just an insane amount, a recursion, it's nuts. Then, of course, we have Prank Kids Fansies. I mean, it's great because it is a Thunder, so it helps with a Thunder Dragon engine. Then, of course, you can just send a Prank Kids monster from your deck to the graveyard, except for her, and then special summon a Prank Kids monster from your hand or deck in defense. It is great. So every Prank Kids is a just amazing card to work with. Of course, we have the engine. I mean, 3 Thunder Dragon. I mean, it's just a way to activate a Thunder Dragon monster's effect in hand to get access to Colossus. So I mean, if you want, your budget is more acceptable, throw Thunder Dragon Darken. But just for this deck, I only need this card just to activate the discard effect, so I can get an access sway to Colossus. Then of course, 1 Thunder Dragon Hawk, just to get an extra option to special summon back one of the Thunder Dragon monsters as well. So this is a great spice. Then at locals, I had 3 Ash, but I borrowed from my friend. So 3 hand traps, basically any hand traps. Basically, you need ways to disrupt your opponent, obviously, in this metagame. So if you have the budget, go for 3 Ash, go for 3 Bell, go for 3 Ogre, go for 3 Droll and Lock. It depends all really on the meta and basically also what you side as well. Always just have 3 hand traps at most in the deck. Well, at least in the deck. Effect Veilers, especially if your budget, even if you're super budget, like DD Crow, something like that, is have something for disruption of your opponent. Then we go to your spells, of course. Your pranks, this is your token generator. It's cool. And then you can shuffle 3, say Prank Kids monsters from your graveyard into your deck, and then you can draw a card. But it's mostly just to get that token out, in case you draw into a dead, let's say Prank, you say you double draw this or something. It's just a good way to unbreak your hand and get a monster out. Your quick play fusion for your deck, Pandemonium, great card. Basically, it's just another polymerization for the deck that this deck needs. Because if you don't open a poly with this, say one of your open hands, it's going to be a rough day. And because of that fact, we do rock 3 polymerization because you really want to get a fusion going right away as soon as possible. So 3 poly, 3 instant fusions, because it's great. Then round out your polys, we have 1 invocation because it's just another extension out into a poly play. So Invocation, I mean, you can, if you want to do that type of deck, you can rock, say King of the Swamps, so you can just, have a discard for your poly, but then you can get Ash in the process. I mean, Invocation can get Ash, but, say King of the Swamps can, so it's just a way to make sure your combo, your play actually works out. And of course, the only really big money card of the deck, honestly, is Place. I mean, it's the field spell for the deck. It searches out, then it has a minus and, say decrease for you and your opponent for, say, its other effect, but mostly people just use it for the search. So, 3 planks per PrankKids place. Also, buyers beware. Don't overpay on this card because, yes, it's a great card, but I don't think it's really worth it. Like, to pay, like, $16 or more. Like, if you find it, like, for 12 or 13, definitely buy it. But I've definitely seen it out there for 16, 17, almost upwards to $20 a pop. So, be careful when you're buying it because it's definitely out there for a lot cheaper. And then, of course, your 2 terraforming to actually fetch out your PrankKids place as well. So, basically, you're rocking 5 PrankKids place. If you want, obviously, it's a combo deck. You want your combos to go off. 2 Called by the Grave. If you want, you can make a room. Just throw in another Called by the Grave to make a 3. But 2 is pretty good because I wanted to keep it a lower number, so it increases my odds for certain combos I wanted to play. So 2 Called by the Grave. It did come up actually quite a bit, even though I rocked it at 2. So it's really nice to see when you have it. Of course, the 1 Monster Reborn. Now, if you wanted, you can just take out the Monster Reborn, add your 3rd Call by the Grave in to keep it a smaller deck. But Monster Reborn is just Monster Reborn. It's just one of those great cards you can just draw into and just bring back something that you need. Then for your draws, 2 Pot of Desires, because you are literally rocking almost 3 of everything in this deck. It is nuts. So it's okay if you rock Desires, because heck, you might banish a couple of your PrankKids monsters, but you have enough definitely to continue your plays. So Desires doesn't really even hurt the deck on the banishing effect really at all. Of course, Warrior extra deck, we're going to go into your links, of course. 1 Ripper, 1 Rooster. He's basically your big link monster for the deck. 3,000. He is a Harpy's Feather Duster for the deck. He just, let's say, gets all your opponent's back row. It's pretty cool. Link 4, 3,000 beater. 1 PrankKids Doodle. I see most builds like use 2 or 3 of these, but I only used them once, and not even that much. Like usually when I use them, I only need them once for his effect, and then after that, it's pretty much over. Like I really never really went to his effect much more than that. 2 PrankKids Byebye. Love it because it boosts one of your PrankKids by a stack, so it's nice. It gives them a big boost, and it has along with your it has a ability where it can take 2 PrankKids from your, say, different names from your graveyard, and you can add them back to your hand. And Byebye has the same ability, I believe. Yes. So, but Byebye is great to give, let's say, one of your PrankKids an extra 1,000 points. So it's always really nice. 1 Alistair, the Invoker of Madness, because it's easy to make. It's something you can just link off, and if one of your, say, PrankKid link monsters ain't good, and then it allows you to open up into an Invoke part of your deck, which is really nice because, say, having, say, Macabre, a Colossus, and a Battle Butler on board, it's just nuts. Like it's crazy. Like, it's crazy how that can work that way. Of course, 1 Battle Butler, because it's Battle Butler. It's nuts. It's freaking Battle Butler. He's basically a Regeki for the deck. He's a 3K beater. It's fairly easy to get him out because of how much searching the PrankKids deck actually can do. Your main instant fusion target, your Rocket Ride, because this card is really nuts. This card is just nuts. Basically, you can instant fusion this out, tribute it off, and get 2 of your PrankKids monsters right back from your graveyard back to the field. So it's just a way to extend your plays even more. Like, it's just crazy. Then Weather Washer is just amazing, especially on your opponent's turn, because it can bring back your PrankKids like Rocket Ride, but it protects them for the rest of that turn. It can be destroyed by battle that turn, so basically you can bring them up, and they're safe by battle the rest of the turn. So it's just a good way to go on your opponents. Of course, the 1 Invoke Macabre, because it's Macabre, and it's just more power and more negates for your deck to actually just put through and just put a bigger presence on board. So Macabre, and then of course, because we can make it a totally awesome. Oh, and I completely forgot about these guys as well. More little spice. So we had Macabre, and then we have Toad, but we also, because we can get it off, we can pump out a Thunder Dragon Colossus whenever we want, basically. Thunder Dragon Colossus is great. So Thunder Dragon Colossus with Macabre, with Battle Butler on board, it's so much, like, it's just nuts how to go into it, because your opponent can't search. You have, say negates with Macabre. If you want, you can extend it more to get totally awesome on board, take one of your opponents. And then also, because we do have an instant fusion style in this deck, 1,000 I'd restrict just to take one of those problematic monsters that the deck has problems with, especially going against a mirror match with thousands, say Thunder Dragons. It's just nuts because instant fusion's an instant out with say 1,000 Eyes Restrict in the deck, because you just pop 1,000 Eyes Restrict, take the Thunder Dragon Colossus off the Thunder Dragon's board, it's over. And 1,000 Eyes Restrict just came in so great. It's a great spice. I mean, if you want, you could add the new Millennium Eyes, but 1,000 Eyes Restrict just had the basic stuff that I needed for it. Like, it was just good. But that has been it for my PrankKids deck. I mean, there's so many versions of it. Like, I'm very interested on making an actual invoked version of this deck, because I think it actually would probably work out pretty well, because how the PrankKids have all the different attributes that will most likely work great with the PrankKids. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the notification bell so next time I upload a video, you will be notified. And I hope you guys have an awesome day wherever and whenever you're watching this. And until my next video, it's not a prank, bro. Bye-bye.